In these past few months, we've seen several Democratic Party power brokers get indicted. Tim Mapes, the technician and engineer of your maps over the last 30 years, was in court on his arraignment this morning. But the insider map makers, your politicians' hired guns, they're still there, moving in the shadows. When the latest Speaker of the House is in front of a camera, he smiles. He says this process is going to be open and fair and transparent. Chairman, you said today you were proud of this process. That's delusional. It's been a process of secrecy, deception, misdirection, and backroom deals that followed the Madigan plan to the letter. It's operating under a resolution filled with a ton of narrative and plenty of lies in H.R. 359. Over 12 million people in the state of Illinois had 76 minutes today to get their process on maps that dropped at 3 a.m. for a 9:30 a.m. hearing. That's not fair. That's an abusive process that avoids accountability, and it tells the public, in the context of this cemetery bill that it originally was, to drop dead. House Republicans are used to this legislation game where promises Democrats make for the public turn into deals broken in private or on the floor, where we debate important legislation that the sponsors didn't draft, don't understand, and freely admit their ignorance on crucial details where the public deserves an answer. This map is no different, and it's the people of Illinois who suffer. I felt horrible for Dr. Dilara Saeed from the Muslim Civic Union this morning. She poured her heart out to you. She had hope that this redistricting committee was there to be an honest broker who won't just go through the process of hearing, but who would actually listen to what the people had to say. She came before you in good faith and with honor. And like everyone like her who wants an honest government where their voice matters, your sham process treated her with disdain and dishonor. But good for her on one thing. She called you out. She said, what you're doing is all talk. So what have you done? You've made your map drawing a farce. You're not striving for accuracy and evidence. You're not looking at communities of interest. You're splintering them. And for what? Most of you don't have the courage to say it because the folks in your district would skewer you for it. You're voting for one expressly stated purpose today: to gain partisan advantage, to protect your political privilege, and your rationalizations that somehow that's okay because Democrats good, Bruce Rauner bad, is not good enough. It's not good enough for the hundreds of independent advocates who want an honest process, an honest map, and who have walked away from you in disgust. The Chicago Lawyers Committee for Civil Rights, the League of Women Voters, Reform Illinois, Change Illinois, the Latino Policy Forum, on and on and on. They're all opposed to this map. They've said, enough, this map is wrong. Kelly Cassidy, you said maps need to be drawn by an independent commission. You said, quote, this is not a place for to the victor go the spoils. The party that wins shouldn't then be able to keep pushing that envelope. You sure didn't stand by those words today. Tara Costa Howard, you said in public statements during your last election, statements designed for your voters to count on, I advocate strongly for an end to gerrymandering in Illinois. You got endorsements based on that position. Was it true, or will your vote today show that promise to be a lie? Kathy Willis, you said on the record that when it comes to redistricting, we need the census numbers to give us a much better picture of our population shifts, particularly in DuPage County. You were also one of the DuPage legislators who voted for the 99th General Assembly, HJRCA 58, calling for an independent commission to draw the maps. And other women with districts in DuPage County joined you on that vote. Deb Conroy, Stephanie Kifowit, Michelle Mussman. Was that for real or just for campaign mail? Many in this room finally have a chance to put their vote where their mouth is and keep their promises to their district. Say no to a map that was written by the Democratic partisans, for the Democratic partisans, so that maybe, just maybe, we can have a process that finally works for the people of Illinois.